Alright, look at this. Oh wow, finally got this Pico 4 fantastic looking boxes in the house. Of course, today is not about box, but it's about the Pico 4 virtual reality. Hello everyone, welcome to Meister Liu VR gaming channel, where every unboxing, gaming and review will be in this channel to showcase you. And today more about hands-on, and let's not further talk more and diving into these videos. Before that, please consider give a like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell button so you won't be miss the notification of my next amazing content. Here are the quick unboxing. Let's straight away dive into some of the accessory provided by the Pico 4. And everything we got is one of the nose guard, one of the 20-watt charging adapter followed by USB Type-C to C connector, and now is the face special for the glasses that me wearing, which I will show you later can we fit with our Pico 4, and followed by two more of the additional controller strap. Alright, this strap is really not that bad, but still I'm very looking forward to third-party solution for the Mamu grips for the Pico 4. Oh no, Pico, what are you doing? One of the most important things that you left out, which was the lens cleaning cloth. We used to clean the lens, alright, of this oily stain in your headset while playing after a few hours, or even the dust. How can you do that, Pico? Please provide them next time. Thank you very much. You know that doesn't cost a lot, but still very important for those VR enthusiasts who like to play this headset a lot, and then they like to share with your friend. And then this is only the thing that you use to clean the lenses, because you don't use tissue to clean, right? Isn't it? Better next time, Pico, please. Thank you. Right, next is one of the most exciting thing that people usually like to do when buying new device, which is to pull out all the sticker. Wow, there's a lot of sticker everywhere in the Pico 4, so it would be too a while for you to do that. So yeah, let's fast forward this bit part. Look at this wonderful, glossy, gorgeous looking Pancake lenses, which Pico choose to use it on the Pico 4 instead of the vanilla lens. So beautiful. Wow, this is why everyone are so fascinating about these lenses. And here are the often question people will ask: what are the Pancake lenses and what are the difference between with the meta question of the vanilla lenses? So the obvious differences of these lenses are the ring, because the Pancake lens doesn't have the ring out, well, the vanilla lens does. That's why, yeah, it makes much more obvious that the Pancake lenses actually have much more bigger sweet spot than the vanilla lens itself. Now, if you still not understand what this means, here are the picture refer to it. And one of the vanilla lenses, as you can see at the right side, is much more thicker and longer further away for the screen, while the Pancake is much more slim and much more closer to the panel itself. And I hope this you can at least understand what are the lenses actually does. That is why the Pico 4 are able to achieve such a small form factor of this headset, which I will talk about it later on. Next thing I'm going to show you is the location of this audio, and the delivery of this audio actually is pretty awesome, crystal loud and clear. I would say that it's close to Quest 2. For the price you pay, actually it's not that bad, but I think you should use your headset if you want to have much more immersion experience. And next here is the two of the microphone, which I will further test out later on for you guys. Now next we have this little blue light, little thingy, also known as power indicator. It will show as blue when you are playing, while charging it will show as red. That's how it works. And follow up next step, we have this more hole on top. Alright, it's quite large at the top, while the bottom also have. This is also known as airflow, and this airflow is specifically for the SoC to blow the heat away, due to just like your computer running the CPU, the chipset will turn hot after a while. Exactly the same as the phone, which I believe they have the inside build of the so-called liquid cooling system or the heat sink thingy. That's why you're having an advantage of cooling, but still, due to small fender, it requires much more, yeah, a strong airflow. It's just like this. Next amazing things that I'm going to show you is that Pico 4 is using the 4+1 sensor RGB camera. One of them is the color pass-through, will do amazing job for you, especially you are using to straight away double tap to turn into the environment from the cinema into the real world, and you can see that you can simply pick at your phone, look at the time and the message. Definitely it's not for the messaging while using it, because I barely see the text, somehow a bit washed out, I would say. And also when zoom in, zoom out, you will find that, yeah, your hand when nearer, everything will look gigantic, including your object. Alright, when further away, everything seems pretty normal. And of course, things that when you moving around your hand, you will see that the camera actually is pretty wobbling. Having this wobbly effect will make you dizzy for one to use more than a minute long. But at least still pretty much better than the Oculus Quest 2, the black and white, this kind of grey stinky, which I am able to see things, alright, which I want to use my phone so hard. Alright, thumbs up to Pico 4 for bring up this color pass-through. Hopefully we'll see better version of it in next year, so that we can at least use our computer and message someone. That would be amazing, isn't it? Alright, I almost forget the specification of the headset of this standalone Pico 4. Let's dive into this headset. Actually, they are using Snapdragon XR2 Gen 1, not the XR2 Plus Gen 1, alright, which is 2 years ago chipset, exactly just same as the Meta Quest 2, alright, not the Pro one, because the Pro one is the Gen 1 plus 1. Wow, so confusing the name. But still, it's not that bad, because like I say, the price they offer actually is also pretty awesome. Especially the resolution is achieved up to 2160 by 2160. I would say same as the G2, but the resolution, I will explain why later, is much more different, because I have G2. And follow up, we have this headset. Set up the refresh rate default by 72, and you can adjust simply at the software later on to 90. Manually do it, alright. Of course, there's no 120 mentioned yet, not even the roadmap itself, so unfortunately I'm not sure will they implement in future, just like the Quest 2. Next thing will be the visible field of view will be 105-degree diagonal. So likewise, the FOV also much more bigger than the Quest 2. You will notice it by a little bit different. Alright. Next thing is that the facial interface is very funny. Is that, yeah, some of you don't like it because the cushion actually is not that awesome. I will say yes, because it suck up the oil of your face. You will get dirt very easy. But not only this, I found that if there's a third party just like VR cover facial interface develop and then achieve, I believe it will bring us even much more bigger FOV than the original facial interface, because the gasket will be much more different. And not only this, I even try to push my face even nearer to the lens. Actually, you will find out, you can see the edge of the screen of this headset, the planner itself. And of course, you won't have forget that this actually is very well balancing headset. Before that, we would like to talk about, without the head strap itself of this headset, actually only approximately of 295 grams, and then with the head strap itself is around 586 grams. That's pretty amazing, and even much more achieve better lightweight, and even bring the balance comfort to the consumer itself, because it's so light without doing the modification already. So of course, the battery wise is built behind 5300 mAh. Right, I would say that pretty drain fast. I would say approximately they say it's 2 hours to 3 hours, but usually it drain out close to 2 hours, I would say, or sometimes it will exceed 2 hours by a bit. So the maximum I think I can go is 2.5 hours by using it. Depends what height of titles and the content you are using for the entertainment purpose. And the one I'm using the headsets right now is memory having the RAM of 8GB LPDDR4, alright, which is much more 2 more GB RAM of compared with the Quest 2, which was 2 years ago. Like I say, in future we will see at least 12GB or even maybe 16GB of RAM, because my phone already achieved up to 12GB of RAM with the ROG Phone 6, and the highest they already now have 18, so we might see 24 soon for the phone, and then we'll slowly see much more in the VR headset device. And also, next thing is that this Pico OS they are using is the Pico OS 5.0, alright, the Android by default, and now they are rolling up 5.2. Well, I'm still using the 5.1. I'm not sure why I still not get the 5.1 yet, because my unit is Korean version. Unfortunately, I would say that this actually is not that bad, just that I find it very lagging behind of if you compare with the Quest 2 when it comes to the UI user interface. The next thing I'm going to show you is the controller of Pico 4. Now look at this amazing outstanding design by the Team Pico. As you can see, they actually make this ring so much curvish compared with the Quest 2 with the ring. Right, you can see the tracking is much more still exactly similar, but the design is just differences. That's because they want to make this design actually for those who playing shooting games. You won't collide the controller to each other hand during the gameplays. Thanks to this design, we're able to avoid this kind of obstacle problem when playing our amazing games. Whether or not, let's check out these controller buttons itself. First of all, we still have these 2 amazing thumbstick followed by X, Y, and A, B button. Definitely you won't forget that yes, there's still menu button in both controller right now. This is amazing. They also additional add on 2 more button where you can simply use it to screenshot and capture your content videos in the virtual reality. Awesome, isn't it, guys? Because of this, now I can simply easily to record my video contents for you guys. But one thing I very concerned is that usually I will accidentally click on the screenshot button. I wish there's some way we in the future can remapping this button into our optional button whichever we want to, but for now there's no way to do so. I really wish that one day they will implement this feature into for us who want to remapping this button into other function. That would be extra very cool, right? I believe you all have one question, is that does this have the so-called smart sensing for you when you put your finger into this controller without tapping, really pushing it? I would say yes, there's this feature available. I already tested it out, but just that the sensing is not as strong as Quest 2, but still it's still usable, alright? Not that bad actually. So if you want to that kind of Quest 2 version, well, unfortunately I don't think these have, but still at least acceptable for me. Also, next thing I'm going to show you is that this is the battery that itself that you need to pull out by pushing the button down. Alright, generally do it so, will pop out. Alright, once it pop out, you will see that this 2 AA battery was already installed of each of your controller. No worry, this controller is using 2 AA, like say, and you require 1.5 volt for a better tracking. As I already checked for you guys, it's definitely lasts for 80 hours long. So please be hassle free, because this is very amazing. Alright, the battery will last very long, just like the Quest 2, but it requires 2 battery. That's why the weight itself is much more, alright, heavier than the Quest 2. But still, for me, it won't feel super heavy, because this controller actually, yeah, it works well better if your controller is heavy when you're playing a lot of shooting game. So it won't feel tired after the long run, trust me, because this is amazing. After you changing the battery, you can simply reload your rifle. Sorry, I mean controller, alright? Definitely this felt like a reloading controller to me. But it felt amazing, especially I love the physics mechanic they use. Definitely in future you will see more controllers just like this if they are not using the integrated version of the battery. I absolutely loving it how they design this, alright. Of course, we still require to get these so-called knuckle strap or the knuckles marble grips, alright, just like the one I'm using on my Quest 2 controller, because with this actually it delivers a much more balancing and it won't make you sweat even much more harder, because with this sweat, alright, you won't fly away your controller when you're trying to throw a grenade itself. So this is why I hope Marble Gates or other third-party company will implement and design one of them for us to modify our controller even better. This video clip, I'm going to show you this microphone test for the Pico 4 which unedited. I hope you all can enjoy how awesome it actually is, and let me know how's the voice actually sound in this comment below. Thank you. Alright guys, this is Pico 4. Mic test 1, 2, 3. I hope my voice is loud and clear, and everything is unedited and raw file. And I hope you really enjoy this mic, because why not let me know how does the sound it look like? Please comment below and let me know. Thank you. Alright guys, next is the major old school problem once again. Yeah, I believe some of the YouTubers out there also having this problem just like MRTV, and me myself also got it, which is this thing called lens flare, F-L-A-R-E, and this thing is pretty irritating. I'm not sure how this thing actually occur, but I believe is that due to the lens is such clear nearer to this panel, alright, the screen panel, that's why it create this problem. I'm not sure exactly is this artifact problem or what, but there's no resolve, no way you can fix it, because due to this thing, even I lower the brightness and contrast, I still able to see this thing when using just by watching show in the dark scene. And definitely this is not a god rare issue, because god rare is no existed anymore in this, and I can't see this any dead pieces or whatever this thing so-called what is called again, screen door effect. Oh my god, this thing I almost forgot the but of course this thing I mentioned is not exist, except this lens flare is pretty obvious and will make me turn off, especially watching dark scene movie. And of course they're still using the LCD panel. Definitely it's not a good choice, but well, for the price, what we buy is what we take. Alright, hopefully Pico 5 won't have this problem. I hope they will eliminate and neutralize this kind of old school problem. Please, I don't want to see it again. Alright, and of course you too, Quest 3, don't bring back any old school problem. Alright guys, before that I end this video, I'd like to give you my first impression and the long 1 week use. I would say this headset is definitely a go for me. Will this be my main headset? Meanwhile, will be yes. Will I go back to Quest 2? Yes. Will I go back to G2? Yes. But that one is not my main use right now, because this is wireless headset. Like I say, standalone headset is the future, because it's wireless, so it's very easy, you can play and turning around very freely. This is the most positive things out there. And also this glare issue actually not existed in my G2, but it does on my Quest, just not that much, right? But well, Pico 4 actually give me this huge problem, almost make me the one to use. But still, some of the game, alright, like I play this Oscar Rev without this kind of issue. I'm not sure why the dark scene actually have this kind of problem. Like I say, it's not god rare, but still, hopefully there's a way we can eliminate by using some of these lens protector or what. Alright, we shall see and let you know again, and hope you all enjoy this video. Are you going to buy? Please comment below and let me know, because I'm going to make more content and better than this in future. Please do support me, because this channel is not monetized yet. Like I said before, after 6 months not making videos in the past, and then now I decided to come back. This is a way you all can support me by giving a subscription. So in order to watch my future project, I hope you already will come back and support me once again. And that's it for this amazing video. I'll see you guys in next video. Goodbye.